What's up, good people? Thank you for tuning in. I'm your main man, William Hussey 365.
I'm Big 22, Dominique Davis.
Gene Blackman.
That's right, that's right. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Conversations That Matter. We are three kings changing the community one conversation at a time. So tune in. Get your popcorn ready because it's going to be a good show tonight. But before we jump into the show, I want to check in with my brothers and see how was G-Ho, man?
G-Ho was my
because we was off last week. And for the people that didn't know, we was off last week. So I gotta recap that G-Ho weekend, fellas. So I start with you, Big Nick.
Shit. Out of 32 years of being in Greensboro, I've actually never even went to a parade, but more so be in a parade.
Wow.
So once again, I want to thank you for that, my brother.
Facts. Yeah.
Like you said earlier, it was a monumental moment when we was just talking.
Oh yeah.
It was surreal just to get that love from the city, man. And,
man.
It was a therapeutic moment for me.
It sure was.
Brought tears to my eyes. I felt the unity that we've been doing in the city, and to reciprocate that back to us, just amazing, man. On the top of the world, bro.
That's just an incredible platform to walk down and be amongst the people, man. Because you hear the cheers, you hear your name, you hear people supporting you and showing you the love. You can't compare that to nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing.
Yeah. So it was a beautiful thing. Yeah, for sure. Sure. How about you, Doc?
Man, it was a long work week for me. I took it easy, man. Me and my son and my wife, we just kind of moved around in the vendors area.
That's what's up.
And the tailgating area, whatever.
And the most beautifulest thing I see in that is just the family time. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty in it. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know homecoming is historic here, but to be able to do it with your family is a beautiful thing, man. So I'm proud of you. That's what's up, Doc. Yeah, for sure, man.
That's a fact.
That's what's up, man. So did you get into any festivities after that, or you was?
Sir, I didn't have it in me this year.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
But it was good to be around million black people,
right?
And everybody just showing love, man. Like it was amazing. Man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because like I said earlier, I feel you always busy during homecoming. Y'all did the charter buses one year. You do the golf cart sometimes, and your hands in a little bit of everything. So this year you got time to relax a little bit.
We were intentional about not working.
For real? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I bet you enjoyed it, huh?
Absolutely.
That's good. Yeah, I'm like y'all guys. Yeah. I enjoyed the parade. A lot of my week or 2 weeks coming up to homecoming was preparing for the parade. So I didn't get a lot of rest. And plus we got so much, we all got our own individual things going on. So it was a lot going on. But the parade was the moment for me that was the most monumental and the most important thing that I remember of homecoming, with the I Am King movement in the parade and us walking as kings, that 2-3 mile walk, man. And like you said earlier, just people showing you that love and support behind your work and what we doing out here in the community was beautiful. So that was my monumental moment, man. That's the memory I take. And I ain't do nothing outside of that. I was so tired. Like I said earlier, I was burnt out after the parade. It was just rest after that. So it was a beautiful thing. And I was glad we was off that Sunday, get a break in the breeze
to my ears.
Yeah, man.
And surprisingly, I didn't do anything. I went home.
Yeah,
I went home. I watched me some college football. Got ready for church.
That's what's up. Good stuff. Good stuff.
My ways, man.
Yeah, man.
God is good.
That's what's up, man. But it's good to be back. We appreciate y'all tuning back in. We hope y'all had a great homecoming and a good break too, from last weekend. So we back to it this weekend. But before we jump into the episode, we do have some birthdays to celebrate, and I'll let Doc do the honors for the first person because it's his princess.
My daughter. Leasia Williamson, Chalmers now that she's married.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, my bad. But Leasia is now 28, man. So
that's what's up.
Just crazy.
Happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Lily.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
And we have our brother Dante Donnell.
Dante. Happy birthday, King.
Big Jackie Robinson, 42.
He's a few years older than 28, but
That's what's up. We celebrate you too, King, man. Celebrating all the birthdays. If you have a birthday today, put it in the comments. We celebrate you as well. Yes. But happy birthday to everybody that has a birthday today, this week, or coming up this week. What's this?
Still Libra Nation.
Still Libra?
Yes,
still Libra? Okay,
Libra
cool. That's what's up. So let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode. But before we do, we're going to have a selection. But I just want to run down a brief dialogue on what tonight's show will be about. So tonight on Conversations That Matter, we diving deep into a powerful discussion. How does homelessness in the Black community coincide with mental illness? From the overlooked struggles to the stories behind the statistics, we're unpacking the connection between mental health, systemic barriers, and the cycles that keep too many of our brothers and sisters on the streets. So tune in and join the conversation. Let's talk solutions that heal and uplift our community tonight on Conversations That Matter. But before we get into conversation, give it up for my brother Dominique Davis.
Sure. This episode is very dear to my heart, because I'm sure that a lot of us has been homeless testing, and a lot of us are still going through mental health illnesses that has not been they're being overlooked. So mind me for a couple of minutes. War with me, Lord. War with me. War with me, Lord. War with me. On my journey. War with me, Lord. War with me. Hold my hand, Lord. Hold my hand. Hold my hand, Lord. Hold my hand. On my journey. Walk with me, Lord. Walk with me. Walk with me, Lord. Walk with me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Jump into it.
All right. So, Neek, I'll give it to you, my brother. We got some special guests in the building. And I think my brother did a great job putting the dialogue together for tonight's show on homelessness and mental health. So I first want to give it up to you, my brother. I applaud you on that. And definitely taking the initiative to pour back into those two topics, because that's very important in our community. So we thank you, my brother, but take it from here, brother.
Okay, so something spoke to my spirit maybe a couple of weeks ago, and I was wrestling with it, because I know I had to get out there on the beat to to talk to and to interact with people. And when I went to the real quick, when I went to the park downtown, because a lot of people down there with mental health illnesses, and some of them are homeless, and we tend to go to the park with our kids. We overlook we overlook these people. So it's just something spoke to my spirit. Say, okay, let's see, can I spark a conversation with these people? And a lot of these people are, man, they sick, man. A lot of them are sick, man. A lot of them are content, but a lot of them are drowning. And one thing about a man that's drowning, just because he doesn't ask you for help doesn't mean you don't jump in and help him. If you see me drowning and I don't ask for help, and you say, okay, you died because you didn't ask me for help, but you see me drowning. So something spoke to my spirit. And then again, I said, you know what? I'm from the north side of town, so let me go to my town, my side of town. And I met a couple of people, and we talked about their situations. And I ran into my sister, Cece, and she was talking about being overlooked, and just a bunch of things that I think when you hear bad news, sometimes it makes you feel blessed because it could easily be you. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted her to come on and just, since that we do have a platform, I wanted her to come on and just let us know what's really, really going on out there. Let us know how blessed we really are and what we can do instead of talking to make a change.
Nice.
So with that being said, I want to introduce my dear friend, my sister. Haven't seen her in years, and I love her as if she was my own. Cece. Y'all give her a round of applause.
Cece.
Come on, baby. Come on. It's okay. Long time. And what we want to do is bring the real. We don't want to come with our biased narratives. We want to see and hear live and direct for somebody who's in the field being overlooked. Okay, so yeah. So first of all, you just, how old are you? 40. You're 40. Okay. And when I seen you earlier the other day, we was talking about mental health illnesses and just how people overlook you, but just overlook a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and can you elaborate on some of that?
And if you can, just talking to the mic, that way we
hold it up.
They really do overlook a lot of people, especially minorities.
Right.
They really don't care about minorities. You can tell it. You can see it every day.
Mm-hmm. When you say they, who are you speaking of?
I know who I'm speaking of.
The people that be, the powers that be,
The powers.
The systems.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not meant for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's meant for them.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely agree.
Yes,
No,
that woke
facts,
me
facts,
up to a
facts.
lot of.
I see a lot of homeless people and stuff. I used to be friends with. They out there now, and it's bad. Their mental health is gone. Their mind is gone. They need help.
Yeah.
Right.
Out here.
So let's start with you. For how long have you been homeless? If we must ask, or you not okay? Far as mental health and dealing with mental health, what do you see that's plaguing the community? And I hear you say a lot about a lot of homeless people that's friends of yours. The mental health is gone. So you feel like homelessness opens up the door to attack mental health? Okay, talk a little bit about that to bring us in that world.
Take your time.
Because they are moving spot to spot.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know where they're gonna get their next meal.
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff. All that plays into it.
Right.
All of it.
Mm-hmm.
So just the everyday survival just drains on your mental and begins to create issues mentally. Okay, I got you.
It does. It does.
Okay. So I'm gonna dive a little deep. Are you working at the moment?
Yes.
Okay. And is it hard to find a job with the?
Yes.
It is. So it's a lot of bias going on out here.
Yes.
Because you're a minority. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, when you're supposed to be getting paid $20 and they coming with 12, that's a problem.
And how the hell could you even get somewhere stable? And I know your situation, but how could you get somewhere even to even make it day through day, more or less a week to week with $12 an hour?
You can't do it.
And I feel like that's a big issue that I do have with the system.
That's correct.
Yeah, and I just wanted the people to actually hear it from the horse's mouth. And it's millions of people like this. I commend you for even having the nerve to come up here, because I know you're kind of nervous, and and that's okay. But I needed to show them the raw, the authentic situations that people are in. You know?
They are in a crisis right now.
Okay.
So how can you or can you explain how they can be helped? Like how can we actually help?
If people stop judging them.
Amen.
Because you can't judge nobody. Only person judges is God.
Amen.
When they get that through their head, it'd be much better out here. And we all stick together.
We all stick together. Yes.
We all need to stick together. This is the time to do it.
Okay, let me. I'm just have a little bit deeper. Could you just give me a story? Can you just if you may.
My story is, I lost my father about 3 years ago.
Sorry, sister.
I say 2.5 years ago. Right after that, it's just like my mental health was playing on me a little bit, but I gave everything to God.
Amen.
So and then I, started moving. Then I started looking at things for what it really is out here. I was like, there's no place for us here in America. Be real.
As black people.
Yes.
As a black.
I know that for a fact.
It has to be rough for a black woman. It has to be rough.
And then you go. I don't even know.
No, speak your mind.
Speak your mind. We need it real. Take your time.
Then minorities need to be careful too, because they hating majority of us right now. They're saying it's suicide, and it's not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
How you be in a 20-foot tree with no help?
Gotcha.
But they help everybody else, but our sisters, our minority.
That's
when
correct.
I say they, I mean both sides. This is nothing political. This is about our people. It has nothing to do with red, blue, elephant, donkey, Democrat, Republican, Independent. It's all set up against our people. And it actually woke me up, man. I got a quick story that I want to tell, man. I went downtown to the bus stop today. I said, get out your car and just go to the bus stop. And it was just a humbling moment, man, because everybody had a bus moment. I don't give a damn if it was for a month, a day, or whatever. And you know what? I forgot. I didn't forget from being arrogant. I actually forgot about where I came from because I wasn't in touch with it.
Yeah.
and it really woke me up, man. And then to see this sister right here just blessed my whole heart. So I know this was driven by the Spirit to have her here. You know?
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. Any more questions for her?
Well, no, we can keep running with it, man. It's just so much that I feel like we could tap into. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah. Do you have any kids?
Yes, I have two.
Okay. So how is it, or how has it been for you to navigate through the issues you've been going through and parenting at the same time?
See, parenting is natural.
See, Nate.
Yes, natural.
Absolutely.
Yeah. See, let me show a little bit of my testimony. In Atlanta, when I was homeless with my kids, I was actually with their mother at the time. The difficulties we had when I was homeless, and I know you say that's not true, but in my situation, since we're talking about homelessness, some of the things that affected me as a parent was we couldn't go to the same shelters. You know, they have men's shelters, they have women's shelters, or women and kids shelters, but they didn't have men and women's shelters. It was just men, you know. And the public shelter for the whole city, you could go in there, but people was getting raped. You know, they was taking stuff. It's just so much going on. You didn't want your whole family to be there. And those are the things I remember, you know, and shout out to the programs out there because it's a lot of programs. And I don't know if we know any in the city of Greensboro, but Project Community Connections was one of the programs and organizations that actually helped us out. And they did a tremendous job all the way from getting us housing or a hotel room to transitional housing and things of that nature till we got back on our feet and getting actual vouchers for the rent and stuff like that. So they send you all the way through. You know what I mean? And that was that's priceless. You know what I mean? You got some people that say, all right, we'll get you a room for the night, or we'll cut a check to get you in and then you on your own. But they send us through the whole process. I want to say when we moved in, they had a whole 6-month program when you move in to get you on your feet, and, you know, transitional housing is what we called it there. So that was a beautiful thing, and that helped us tremendously, and I never forget that. And they actually called me about a week ago to check in on me.
Right.
I told them all the stuff I got going on. They blew them away. They said, "Oh man," so they should be coming down soon to do some more.
Oh
story.
yeah, that's
they
love.
follow you your whole life. It's a beautiful thing, man. So that was dope. But yeah.
So excuse me. So I do know, like, here in Greensboro, we have a couple organizations that actually address homelessness,
right,
and serve the homeless community. And when I say we, I mean Prestige Barber College and our students, you know, used to go down and serve the IRC, serve at the IRC,
right,
where we would do, you know, cuts for the homeless, and you start building relationships, and you start, you know, hearing stories and start, you know, learning about them and their journeys. And the tough part of trying to address homelessness is that some people are actually homeless on purpose.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they don't want to get caught back into that hustle and bustle of working every day. And like, you know, they'll figure it out. So, you know, everybody is not homeless because of unfortunate situations. You know what I'm saying? Some people actually choose it. And when we learn that, like some of them, and I'm not speaking for everybody that's
I got you. Yeah.
But some of them we have learned, and we have seen a certain level of freedom.
Yeah.
Like they were free.
That free world, they found their peace, you know. And they don't want to get back in caught up in the system.
Absolutely,
you know what I
mean? So you're trying to address it, you know, and some people address or approach the homeless community like everybody is you know, has had an
affliction or something, right?
Absolutely. And sometimes you can kind of miss the mark when you just, you know, one-sided with your approach.
Right. And another thing, Doc, I'm glad you're saying that. And I was saying this to Nick earlier. One thing we learned at United Way was everybody that you got this picture in your mind of what homelessness is, because it's the person on the side of the road holding the sign, it's the dirty person. And I learned that they look just like me, you, and everybody else in here. You know what I'm saying? Suits, lawyers, doctors. Everybody can experience homelessness. It can affect you in so many ways. It can catch you out the blue, especially like stuff like COVID. COVID pushed a lot of people into homelessness because they couldn't afford stuff, but there was a lot of assistance at that time. But it's storms that everybody go through that we don't even know about, that, and it's forcing them out of their homes. You know what I'm saying? So it's different levels to it, and I had to understand that it could be people look just like us that's homeless, and you would never know. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be mindful of that, and we got to pour into our people, man. And I love that about what you're saying, y'all guys do, and it's hard to help people that's really at peace with their homelessness and their situation. You know what I'm saying?
And that was the thing that I learned over the past couple of days. I tried to approach some people that didn't want to be approached. You know what I'm saying? And I just can't make somebody talk to me.
I can't force
you know what I'm saying?
It's actually dangerous.
Yes, dangerous.
Fact.
Yeah. I was on point type shit. You know
and one of the things that stuck out with this sister was she said how homelessness opens up the door for that mental health, and it attacks you. You know, and she was talking about suicide,
and it definitely
and an attack on that, man. But it's crazy out here, and I think we need to pay more attention to it. I'm not sure if Chewy got some statistics or if anybody know of any statistics.
Definitely have some.
Oh, you got them. Yeah. Okay, cool. But I know we're gonna get into some clips and we're gonna get deeper into the conversation, so I don't want to move too fast with the dialogue. But I just want to touch on that. Go ahead, Nick.
Is anybody out there ever experienced homelessness? Y'all can tap in, whether it's in the audience or either, online.
Yeah, even if it was for a week, a month, a year, whatever.
Talk to us.
Yeah, please talk to us.
Yeah, for sure. Don't be ashamed. It ain't, man, I gladly tell my story with that.
Yes.
Because it's going to help somebody else. If somebody, hey, he was homeless. Yeah, like you want people to understand that, you know.
Yeah.
It can affect anybody. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I love Tupac. I didn't love Tupac because of the thug stuff. I love Tupac because the struggle was really beautiful.
Fact.
If you persevere through that struggle.
That's it, man. That's it.
So that made me. I was ashamed to spend food stamps. I was ashamed to go to the shelter.
Come on now.
I was ashamed to eat in the mess hall. I was ashamed. But then when I got about 12 years old and heard this man, he was my mental medicine. So that's what drove me to him.
Facts. That's what you connected with.
That's what I connected with. Like, it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. And that's why we have to be open with any situations that we've experienced in the past or that we're going through. We try to put this front on and keep going and try to put this mask on, and people not seeing the real us in times because we just trying to push through. But it's a beautiful thing that when you can turn a test into a testimony, you know. So I don't sugarcoat nothing no more.
Can I share a statistic for North Carolina? Okay, here it goes. Homelessness and racial disparity. In North Carolina, while Black or African American people represent about 13% overall population, the account of over 52% of state's homelessness with Black people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We only represent 13%. And that's crazy. We represent, testing. We represent 13% of the population, but 52% of the minorities are homeless.
Okay, got you.
Yes. And that's 44,000.
In the state of North Carolina?
In the state. That's a big number. 44,000. Wow. So that's a pandemic.
22 are Black.
Facts.
Sir?
Yeah. So that means 22 are Black.
Exactly. So that's an issue. That's a major issue.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Since you kicked that stat, why do you believe that Black people or so many Black people are actually homeless in North Carolina?
It's a good question, Doc. It's a thin line because some people, like you said, some people just gave up. Some people just want a pity party. They want to sell sorrow and promote pity. And some people are just actually being, it's a systemic system. It's a racial systemic system. And that's something that it can never be cool with. I can never get down with that. I can never coincide with anyone that has that kind of issue. I brought a clip to Chewy about that. Whenever it's time to go there, I think she should play it. And I really want you guys to give me y'all insights on that clip. And it's disturbing. It's definitely disturbing, but it's enlightening to see how people think about us. Okay?
I feel like right now, to answer your question, Doc, from my point of view, I feel like inflation. Now, I'm speaking in these day times that we did like 2025 era, and then I can go back on, but I don't want to move too fast. I know we're playing a clip, but I think it's like she said, you know, everything's going up, but pay. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me about
your rent's going up, the bills going up, you know, even your basic retail products are going up. but the pay's not going up. And I think a lot of people are being forced out their houses. You ever stayed at a condo apartment somewhere and every year it goes up $50, $100?
Yeah.
And you like, I done been here 5 years and this thing done went up $200, $300, $400.
As we speak now, what's going up?
And it's like, it's crazy, man, but your pay's still the same.
Your pay's still the same.
You know what I mean? And it's like, no matter how you communicate that to the landlord or your property manager, it's still a business.
And even in the projects, they pay $800 rent in the project.
They pay the same rent that people pay in regular apartments in the projects. My neighbors was paying, one of my neighbors was paying the regular price.
Yeah.
I said, how the hell you go ahead and get a nice.
So how can you come up like that?
Yeah.
How can you come up and when you're in GHA or any housing authority in America, which is predominantly minority, how can you come up paying an $800 rent?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I know from that situation, you know, you turning in your paperwork from your job. You know, it's just like social service and welfare in general. You know, you turning in your pay stubs and your annual pay and stuff like that. So hers was based off of what she got paid, but she was from out of town, and when she moved here, that was the location she felt comfortable at. You know what I'm saying? And I felt on that, you know, and she didn't have time to go out here and find nothing else, so she was comfortable with that, and she was just being honest. You know, a lot of people like, girl, well, you got to tell them about it. You know how that goes.
But it comes back to haunt you.
Yeah,
I don't think people get kicked out the projects because they didn't report their salary.
One thing for me, from a personal standpoint, was when I was working, it was good, and they, you know, based my rent off my income, and then when I was unemployed, I still have housing authority to fall back on, because all I had to do was say, look, I'm not unemployed right now, and then they take
it's
the
like
rent
they're
down.
rewarding you for being unemployed.
Yeah, and that's the system that we get caught up in, and that's what irritates me, because I felt myself getting comfortable in that situation. Oh, I ain't got to work. I can do this. All I do is make something on the side to take care of the kids and this, that. Right. So, and then you see like, damn, a year that, and I'm like, damn, I ain't did nothing. I got to get back focused. You know what I'm saying? So I got to reset, because it'll consume you. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely will.
Yeah, so it's crazy, though. But go ahead with that clip, Chew, if you're ready, Nick.
Billions of dollars to mental health and the homeless population. A lot of them don't want to take the programs. A lot of them don't want to get the help that is necessary. You can't give them a choice. Either you take the resources that we're going to give you, or you decide that you're going to be locked up in jail. That's the way it has to be now.
Or involuntary lethal injection or something. Just kill them.
Yeah, Brian, why did it have to get to this point?
Right. I would say this: we're not voting for the right people in North Carolina.
We move on. Okay, wait. You see how immediately the black man sitting there, you know what I'm saying, COON, right? He's sitting there the whole time. This what we really need to do, because it sound good. The grifting sounds good. And then the white man,
or just
with the mask on, looks you dead in your face and like, yeah, or lethal injection. He's like, yeah.
Oh, no,
nigga.
Oh, and then
you sitting there sucking dick. Do you know you sitting there kowtowing to these people, and that's how they really feel.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it sounds Charlie Kirkish, to be honest with you. Like, I mean,
so they need to be blown off the face of the earth because they're perishing in poverty.
Yeah, unpack that a little bit for people that didn't quite understand it. So what was they saying at first?
Basically the black guy saying, okay, bring programs and all this hoopla, which he's right. But then the white man said, what we should do is just
kill them, lethal injection to so many
all the homeless people.
Oh, got you. Okay, got you. So it wasn't just poverty projects; it was homeless. They was
just homeless people. Period. Right.
That's sickening, man.
Yeah, that's sickening.
And then they mentioned something about North Carolina in there, but it went out.
Right. That's why I pulled it from. That's why I pulled it from.
Yeah. So, and it's the world we live in, y'all.
And it's the world we live in.
But what do y'all feel about? And I'll go to you on this, Doc. He said something. The white guy had mentioned something about these are the people we're electing.
Correct, and so he was saying, these are the people that they voted for, and I think he was saying it in a negative way, as if you got people in North Carolina that won't, that doesn't believe like he believes.
The white guy. Well, he was saying,
that's how I took what he was saying. Y'all keep voting these people in. These are people that's not going to handle the homeless situation like we believe it should be handled. You know what I mean?
Got you.
And I'm glad we don't have people that think like that.
Facts.
Making decisions for us in North Carolina. However, I do think some of the people who do make decisions I do think they can do a lot more.
Oh yeah,
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
On both sides of the aisle. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, is there any initiative that you heard of that people are trying to put in place? Because that's one thing I feel like we don't talk about enough. We don't know about the homeless initiative when it comes to politics or people in office or in position to help. I know people in the community might do good gestures and do a few things, but I'm not sure about that on that realm. So that's why I was asking.
Yeah, I personally don't really know of any strong initiatives. Now, I will say, out of all the elected officials or people that are running, I do know that that CC Crawford, she talks about the homelessness and things like that, and she actually tries to prevent homelessness with trying to support our community and keep them from evictions. Because sometimes
prevention is better than what you say.
Man,
prevention is better than cure.
Man, listen,
Taught us something, Michael.
because it could just be a simple situation, like just getting caught up. You know what I'm saying? That keeps you, what I'm saying, from a homeless situation.
Yeah, man.
But I really don't hear a lot of our leaders talk a whole lot about homelessness. You know, what I'm
me
saying?
either.
And any initiatives that that could really change things around here.
Got you. Yeah. Go ahead.
Anybody? Any comments?
Yes, we do have a couple comments. Thank everybody for being engaging in the comments as well. And
give it up for Chewy Monroe, y'all.
Give it up for Chewy.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all thought y'all could have been standing, but we'll take it, However, we do have a couple of comments, and after these comments, I do have a question I want to ask for you guys. Okay, so my big brother Travis Gilmore says they are not homeless, they are just houseless. God, earth is our home. A person told me that, and I felt that. Period. He also says, ain't nothing like walking all night trying to figure out where you're going to lay your head.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, we ride hard all
yeah, for real.
Stop.
Straight up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's so true. And it's a lot of people that, deal with that as well. I did want to speak about the fact that we are 18 days in to our shutdown of the government right now. Right. And if things do not change by October 31st, people will start to have financial struggles because a lot of our government funded programs will run out of money, which may place people into unforeseen homelessness. So my question to you guys are, as a voice of your community, what would you say to these people who may not even know how the government is going to affect them, how a shutdown affects them until it's too late?
Me personally, I would tell shut down Chuck Schumer to open back up the government, because basically they're bickering over a health care bill that the Republicans are trying not to fund. They're actually trying to defund it at the end of this year. So basically, the Democrats shut the government down, and I don't want to make this political. I still want to keep this about my people. But the Democrats shut the government down because of the defunding that will come in basically the end of this year. So basically, they're holding the government hostage. That if Chuck Schumer wake up in the morning and say we want to reopen it, but we just gonna have to work with them, they don't want to work together. You know what I'm saying? But Chuck Schumer can reopen the government tomorrow. Yes, he can reopen it tomorrow. The Republicans can't, but Chuck Schumer can. Let's that be clear.
I don't think it's quite like what you just said, but we'll let you go with that.
Well, you can explain to me, brother.
Well, no, I mean, my perspective of it is a little different. The Republicans tried to execute a bill that is 100% Republican driven,
right?
And the Democrats are saying, hold on a second, because this is going to affect a lot of people from a certain demographic. So we can't let that slide. And so that created a shutdown. It's not like the Democrats just shut it down themselves.
They shut it down.
They both know they didn't. They did not allow this joint to pass. So it ended up in a shutdown. But the Republicans have a big part to play in this being a shutdown as well, sir.
Can I ask you a question? Can the Democrats open the government tomorrow? Listen, let December and November handle itself.
No.
Can they open it up tomorrow?
They both for it to work.
Because today my people are struggling.
My answer to your question is for it to work and for it to reopen, it has to be some give both ways. It can't just be.
But who's suffering, sir?
The same people who's going to suffer.
Like everybody.
The same people who going to suffer if the Republicans push what they were trying to push.
Who's suffering today?
The same people who's going to suffer if you were allow the Republicans to push what they wanted to push. Now, I don't want this to be too much about Republicans and Democrats.
Right. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We do have a demographic that's hurting in general.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
how does this affect the local government now that we're on this? And I don't want to get too deep, like you said.
But I do know about local agencies, man. Like it's local agencies that serve, you know, the.
Well, thank you for the correction.
Community.
Yeah, the agencies.
Yeah, that serve the homeless communities. Like, you know, one of my partners was telling me about, you know, the Salvation Army who serves and they
shout
were
out to Salvation Army.
They serve the homeless community. Yeah, and they were talking about how some of their programs that they have now actually helps pay for people housing while they're going through this transformation. And if it's not taken care of by November, some people are going to be in trouble and they may be back into a homeless situation.
Do you think they'll come up with do you think they'll come to a compromising solution?
I do. It's never quick enough because the people who are fighting on either side are very comfortable in their lifestyles. Right. You know,
they only need 5 more Democrats. They only need 5 more Republicans to vote with them. So now I know the lobbying is going on and all the stuff behind the closed door. The people in the public wouldn't understand what's going on. If you know, you know. But they only need 5 more votes from the right.
However it happens, man. Take some give and take on both ends.
I got you.
You know, I don't know how soon it'll happen.
Right.
Like, once again, like I said, everybody who's making these decisions go home comfortably every night.
Right.
They sleep comfortably every night. So they're not necessarily feeling the effect.
Right.
But I think as the down continues, then you know what I'm saying? Like they'll have more pressure to work something out.
Got you.
Back to you, Chewy.
Thank you guys for that feedback as well. But those are all the comments I have.
I want you to touch a little bit on what you speak about with the shutdown. Give your thoughts before we go to the next segment.
So I do agree that it's really a tug of war going on right now of what I would say power struggle between Democrats and I also think that it shines light on the reason why it's so important because we are the people that pick the people who sit in those seats. And so when we don't do our right in picking or going out and voting, it gives additional votes to someone else who may not be as deserving, right? And so definitely the bills that they are trying to take money from are ones that support us. Definitely women. They want to really have a lot of control over the body of a woman. So I think that the reason we're in a shutdown is because people are standing up for rights that we deserve to have. But I also get really upset about situations like this because, like I said, if things don't change by the 31st, a lot of people are going to have different lifestyles. Like they've already said that food stamps won't happen in November if the government is still shut down.
That's true.
Yes. Certain housing programs will not be able to continue if the government shuts down. And it's actually because they have a certain amount of funding that will last them if the government shutdown happens. But normally that funding doesn't take them past 30 days. So it's getting real critical, and I don't think people understand that part of it.
That's
and then you
stuff.
also have to think about all of the people that are not working right now who work for the government, who a month ago had stable ongoing incomes who are not getting $1 in pay right now.
And all the Congress is still getting paid. That's bull job.
That's it.
The Congress is still getting paid. Yeah, they're still getting paid.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why everybody
Hakeem
else suffers?
Jeffries, from Hakeem Jeffries to Mitt Romney, everybody's getting paid on both sides of the aisle. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
Oh, man. All right, that was all for the comments. You want to go to the next segment or to the next clip?
Actually, I do have one comment. I'm sorry. Hold on, y'all. Okay, and it is from Latoya Cruz Rivas. She says, homelessness brings back so many memories and is what made me even stronger. I had to really evaluate the void and the gap of what got me there and how I would navigate out of it and what I could do to not return to it.
No, facts.
We
Appreciate
you
that.
sharing
Yeah.
that.
Yes, thank you, Latoya.
We need more people like Latoya.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You go ahead.
All right. Next is how this coincides with the mental health. Okay. Got a quick stat right quick. Moving along. Here we go. Mental health awareness in the Black community faces challenges like stigma, shame, historical reluctance to seek professional help. Meaning, some people are just in denial. You know what I'm saying? And then when you have a mental health, situation, what if you don't know how to do a job interview?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're basically looked at as a reject. To improve awareness, opens conversations are crucial and resources are culturally competent. Therapists, faith-based support systems, advocacy groups can help educating people, but mental health challenging myths and leading by example can destigmatize care and encourage seeking help.
So I think with homelessness, how it opens up the door for mental health is traumatizing. I think it's a lot of trauma in homelessness because you got to imagine even most of the people that are homeless. And something just touched my spirit. I want to touch on after this segment, but a lot of times we don't understand the kids in these homeless situations. As a grown up, we feel like, oh, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna do what we got to do, and we're gonna push through that. But the trauma that it weighs on the kids in those situations is a lot. Because at a certain age, most people have kids at that time. So when you are forced into homelessness by whatever circumstance, is children involved. And I think a lot of that weighs on the parents as well, because you want better for your kids and you can't even do but so much for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's traumatizing. So from a mental standpoint, you hold that stuff in. And sometimes we beat ourselves up in the journey of trying to survive homelessness. You know what I'm saying?
So basically you're saying if you might not even have you might wasn't even born with a mental health condition, but all this pressure on you can run somebody crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's triggers with it.
So have you ever seen an individual wasn't born crazy, didn't take any drugs, but just the power, just life
that pressure
made them go crazy?
Oh yeah,
all the time.
That pressure. Yeah,
Yeah.
they lose
All
it.
the time.
Lose it.
Yeah,
Lose
I
it.
have.
Time.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
the time, man.
Yeah,
lose it. And
just
it
go
can be
crazy out of
anybody.
nowhere. They ain't smoke no pot, no crazy stuff.
But see that, and definitely no disrespect to what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
But that type of language it brings that shame that you spoke of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Earlier when you were reading.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say they're crazy. I want to say they're battling with some mental health issues.
Facts.
Because like you said, life, man, everything coming at you, and man, like it's just traumatic. It's pressure. It's a whole bunch of things, man. And then you just have a moment.
Yeah.
Right. And like the young lady said, our sister said that you had a good point. You said that language is what makes them feel that way. Because if you call me crazy, like she said, the judgment, she was speaking on that. And I think we have to do better at that as a community. Like, we got to be there for our people. We'll just walk by and say, oh, they crazy. They talking to this other.
And we have to see them for what it is.
What it is.
Like, you're still an asset to our community.
Most definitely.
You're just going through
a
mental health challenge.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Homelessness is not foreverness. They teach you that in United Way. Homelessness is not forever. It's just a moment. It's a season in your life, and you can bounce back.
And
some people,
mental health issues can be managed.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If you have the resources, the help, the support, you know what I'm saying? It can be managed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to pick yourself up from off a corner or somebody's couch or wherever your circumstances lead you and try to walk and find help. Therapy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got enough courage in yourself to get up and get through the day. Right. You telling me I need to go see a therapist. Can you help me get a therapist?
And it said right here, it says fear of discrimination. Individuals fear being judged or discriminated against if they admit to having mental health conditions.
Absolutely.
You go to job interview after job interview, you barely pushing yourself to get to the job interview because you so tore down with your own situation, and then they looking at you crazy, not getting hired. That'll push you. a mindset that you have probably never experienced before.
Right.
Because now you there, it's like, oh my goodness, I'm trying this. Your kid's still crying for that. So you trying to figure it out. That's a lot of pressure.
It's
you
a
know
lot
what
of
I'm
pressure.
saying? So like Gene said, we need to find ways and put initiatives in place to help the people instead of be judgmental. Yeah. With those that want to be helped.
Yeah,
Because it's two-sided.
And like it was something in there where I heard you say and lead by example.
Right.
You know, and that will help change the stigma.
Fact.
So influencers in our community have to encourage
Come on
people.
now.
You know what I'm saying? We have to encourage
educating about mental health, challenging myths, and leading by example can destigmatize, care, and encourage seeking help.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
that's important.
I feel like that we led by example.
Oh yeah, for
in
sure.
2016, I had my first daughter. I was 36 years old. They counted me out. I was a big blood, coke slinging, womanizer in Claremont. 36 years old. I decided to just let the game go. Now I'm making $8.50 an hour because I don't have any trades. So now I have to go to Goodwill to get a $15 voucher to get a suit for $3 tie, $3 shoes, $3 pants, $3 belt. I did that. So I had to swallow my pride as well. I had to catch that bus. Oh, that's Dominique for Claremont. I had to catch that bus. I had to go to the library to get Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So resilience and perseverance you can tap into that. So a lot of times there's no excuses as well. Because if I can do it with the help of God, I ain't gonna say anybody can do it, but a lot of people can do it.
Facts.
And I'm a living testimony of that. Just as yourself.
Yeah. And we got to meet people where they at. You know what I'm saying? Right. Sometimes you got to meet people. We try to, I think, push the narrative quick or too fast on it. Like, oh, why you gonna do this? Why you gonna just come with grace and empathy and forgiveness when you meeting these people? Because if you meet them where they at and not be so rah judgmental, you should be doing this, you can do this, what made you homeless, and oh, that's what made you, like, spend time with them, understand where they're coming from, and have empathy for their situations. And I think that'll open up doors to resolve some of the issues, you know, that they're dealing with. Because a lot of times, man, people just come talk to you any kind of way, look at you any kind of way, and that's discouraging. Especially just imagine a black man and you out. You just.
I'm gonna tell you what's more discouraging when somebody walk by you and don't pay you no mind.
Yeah, facts.
So I felt like I was trespassing in these people's vicinity because I'm up here trying to build some content. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real here. I'm trying to scrape the surface of something that that I just went there last week to the kids and didn't even talk to these people. But now you want to talk?
Yeah.
What's my audacity?
And you know what's surprising? They probably remember you.
Huh? Yeah.
You thinking they don't? They like, oh, last week you didn't say nothing.
So now I'm tiptoeing like, excuse me, sir. I ain't got nothing to say to me. So it's I need to step my game up with it.
Yeah.
So it's a conversation that definitely matters. We can all do more. It ain't got to be about money.
No, not at all.
It's about attention and just give a listening ear.
Yeah.
So
there's many ways to help.
Facts.
All right, so back to the comments. Latoya Cruz Rivas says the crime rate will definitely be up if mothers and fathers can't provide for their families in all-out war.
Listen, if I couldn't provide for mine, I'd be in the front line on that.
Okay, by any means, Latoya. Carla Franklin for Greensboro City Council at Large says, loving the haircut, Dominique Davis.
Thank you, Carla.
You to cut it off.
Okay. Latoya also says, through each traumatizing situation, your children are going through it as well.
That's a fact.
Absolutely.
Very true. King Tua says, every Black person has some level of mental illness because of hundreds of years of oppression.
Agreed.
I agree as well. Where is our 40 acres? Okay. Okay. And Corey says, fellas, I had no idea you were having a show. I'm so sorry. I would have been in attendance. Please forgive me.
No problem, brother. No problem.
Love, Corey.
You got it, Corey, but you are.
Go Rams.
All right. Those are y'all comments.
Yeah. Right on time.
Yeah. That's about it for me, man. 10 minutes left. Okay.
Yeah. So, with how you want to conclude with this? So we spoke about homelessness. We spoke about mental health. Shout out to the guest that came on. You did a phenomenal job. Give it up for Dominique Davis, y'all, for leading the show tonight. Beautiful thing. We appreciate it. But what's something that you would want to leave with the people? Like, I know what sparked your spirit to even have this episode, but what's something that we need to leave the people with before we leave this episode tonight? When it comes to both of those topics.
Right.
Yeah.
So before I can give any suggestions to anyone, I got to look in the mirror and G-check myself. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even start by even giving a suggestion to anyone but Dominique right now.
Okay.
And that's you know, if we speak this Jesus or whatever your higher power is, and about being pure and about giving back, it doesn't take money. So you know what I'm saying, I felt out of bounds today. I felt out of bounds this week. I went 4 days straight, and it was a stalemate. And it made me uncomfortable, but when I'm uncomfortable, I grow. And just because this episode is over, Dominique's still going out there.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I will have to just say to Dominique to do more. Stop overlooking. Go down there, and if you really want to be an activist or say who you are, who you say you are, on and off camera to the homeless people. Now, Nico love the kids. Everybody know that. Nico love the kids. This ain't got nothing to do with the kids, but it trickles down to the kids. The same people we see, man. We just ride by them every day. Now, we can't save the world. We can't save the world, but we can just save one and spark a seed in the mind of a few more. I think that we'll be going somewhere. But just overlooking them, just praying for them ain't working, Christians.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, saints, praying for them ain't working. We got to get out there and pray with them. Let them run from us. We got to get out there and pray with them.
No, that's facts. Everybody need a little helping hand, man.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I would tell myself, to start leading by example. Yeah.
What are some things though that you think would help change the conditions overall concerning homelessness and mental health?
You know what I think it is for me. Oh, was you talking?
That's you.
Oh, for me, I'm gonna tell you this. Like in Georgia, it was a little different. And they might have it here now, but when I moved back, I think they started to get more of it here. But I think landlords, private landlords, apartment complex, people that's managing the properties, it's this thing they used to have called second chance programs.
Right.
Because my issue with this is it's a business from one standpoint, but you're dealing with somebody's life. So once the person's evicted and kicked out, it's just, I wash my hands with you. And it's nothing in place for us to get help for that. But they willing to kick you out, but now it's harder for that person to even get another apartment because now you got it on my credit. Now I go file, oh, you got eviction, we can't take you. So this goes on and on and on, and it's forcing people into, I'm talking about just the average regular day people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I would want something in place with apartment complex, private landlords, something that they can put a system in place to where they got second chance initiatives. Like, okay, I understand you going through this. Now, not everybody. Some people just gonna bullshit you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people that's really going through it and I just can't afford it right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? What options can you give me as a tenant in your community to be able to stay a little bit longer to get my money right? Stay a little bit longer to have some heat. To stay a little bit longer to have a roof over my head, me and my kids. What can we put in place for that? I think it starts there. Yeah, because after that, it's homelessness. Once you out on the street, it's survival mode.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, So I think
especially if you don't have family that can help you and support you in that time.
Right.
The landlord has lawyers. The tenant doesn't have a lawyer to represent.
You go in the court and they got the lawyers and everything. The judge and talk to them.
It's bias on that, and I've seen it with my own eyes.
Right. And I understand it's a business, but please, we need something to help people. What you say? Prevention is better than whatever it is. But if we can prevent it, then that's better than trying to handle it once the person's already homeless. Because now they stuff got thrown out, and that's how they did it in Atlanta. They throw your stuff out.
Right.
Like I'm talking about, everybody see it before you get home. People done had your stuff. They done took half your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's terrible, man. And I think I think it should be stuff in place. When people are having hard times and can't afford the rent before they get kicked out, let's put something in place to help them folk so they won't be forced out on the streets.
Right. I get it.
What about you, Doc?
Man, like, that stuff happens from so many different angles.
Right.
So many different reasons, why people end up in situations like that, man. It's like really hard to narrow things down to like one thing. But I will say, I feel like it can be more support. You know what I'm saying? And, I hear about the program. You talk about the second chance. I love that. There are some agencies that's out here fighting with minimum funding But for some, it has to be more support, and that's not really at the top of the list of people, who we make our leaders and decision makers, when it comes to things like this. And that's why it's very important to have these conversations, especially with our leaders, man. Like what are you going to do, about homelessness?
Facts. And
like, what are you going to do about mental health?
Right.
And if we don't hold them to the fire, then we have to get them out the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's not like the resources aren't there. They're just not directed towards those issues, because the people who are making decisions for the resources, you know what I'm saying, they're directing it in places that benefits them. You know what I'm saying? So it can be supported a whole lot better than what it is.
And that's on both sides of the aisle, because you got so many nonprofit organizations. You got so many nonprofit organizations that's taking the money and doing what they want to with it. You know what I'm saying?
It's all around. Yeah.
It's all around. So
yeah, racism is racism, man.
Yeah, racism is racism. Socialism is socialism as well. So
all of that, bro. So
at the end of the day, can I go into my final thought?
Yeah.
Let me transition to this. I got two things to say. 3.
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
I got
Good God Almighty.
2 seconds.
Okay, so listen.
No, that's your thing. You say give 2 seconds.
So check it out. It's three types of stress. It's 3 types of stress. Okay, you got stress that life will bring you. You got stress that people around you will bring you, and then you got self-inflicted stress. So we not promoting pity. We're not selling sorrow with the self-inflicted stress. OG Doc said, outcomes and decisions determine outcomes.
Come on.
So a lot of these things are self-inflicted. You know what I'm saying? I'm not pointing a finger at anybody, because, like you said, it's a bunch of different scenarios in everybody's circumstances. But at the end of the day, education. Stay in school.
Yeah, that's facts.
Because you can't do nothing without that GED or that diploma. You can't do nothing. And that's what I gotta say.
I will say, to your point. So I agree with you. A lot of stuff, ends up being self-inflicted. The thing to that is that there's a whole different demographic that creates self-inflicting wounds, and they have the resources to bounce back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we all, it's just human nature to make some bad decisions from time to time. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. But do you have the resources to bounce back?
But if your eviction comes from your addiction, if you got an eviction letter because you have an addiction problem, whose fault is that but yours?
Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah, but still, like if I have an addiction problem, can I go get the counseling and the help? Do I have the funds and the money to go get the counseling and the help that I really need to bounce back from it? And a lot of times we don't. So we don't have the same level of bounce back that somebody, you know what I'm saying, who's wealthy and they can afford to send their family member away, and their and bills and everything are still taken care of, and then you come back. So I'm just saying,
I got it.
Resources need to be flow, because we're all going to do some self-inflicting things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get around that.
Right.
But we still should have a helping hand to help us when we do, you know what I'm saying, inflict some things on ourselves.
Yeah. And I see what both of y'all saying, because me as a recovering addict, period, and alcoholic, it's just like I had to find that willpower. Before I even got to the resources, I had to be willing to stop. I had to be willing to change, because what I wasn't changing, I was choosing. And then I had to realize that I go get all the help in the world for this month, and I'm still getting high over here. You see what I'm saying? And so if I'm still getting high, that's give it up for C-Los, man. That's my whole
balls, bro.
So what I'm saying is, it's like I can get the help for the month, but if I'm still getting high, I'm setting myself up for failure for the next month.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Step one is what you said. You know what I'm saying? Like accountability, accepting it, realizing it, boom, accepting it. 2, now you want some help.
Right.
So after you so first of all, will you be able to afford getting help?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's number 1. Then number 2, after you get that help, what do you come back to? Do you have some resources that help you after
it's
you
all
go
hand in hand? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
gotcha.
and that's what I'm saying. And the reason, and all I'm saying is, it's not like like we don't have the resources. They're just not
Misused.
redirected to situations like that.
Got you. Yeah, that's a fact. Sure, we got any
Lord
comments?
knows, several things to to hurt myself in terms of decisions.
Self-inflicted wounds hurt worse than any
I'm
of them.
grateful that I had the opportunity
Right.
to bounce back.
Right.
Chris Stacker, what up? Dante Donnell, what up, baby? Happy
Peace,
birthday,
peace, and
family.
love, everybody.
All right. So, yes, we do have some comments that came in. Miss Carla Franklin says resilience and perseverance is key. God asks us to try and have faith that He is there. We must remember that.
Absolutely.
Miss Ashley Good says,
Ash Bash.
yes, I
Ash.
see a lot of homelessness resulting from mental health and substance disorder. I advocate for both of those areas and those areas from It's All Good Consignment Shop. I let people in the area know that it's a safe place. We have to start in our own community.
Right.
Facts.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Right.
Dante Donnell, happy birthday to you.
Birthday.
Also says
Happy
prevention
60th.
is better than intervention. He also says eviction can be behavioral.
Exactly.
Absolute.
At
Yes.
times.
And I would say definitely now that we've hit like this CPN era where people are like good for a few months and then it's like, let me get another one or whatever. If you know, type deal. Okay. Demaya
I don't know.
Vance.
We're gonna leave that.
Basically, she's talking about
We
somebody
gonna
that's
leave that
habitual.
alone.
I can see by the look. All right. Maybe I'm not about that life. Let me. So Demaya Vance says, I was
Maya, what's
evicted
up?
Hey,
because she says, I was evicted because I called the city on my landlord because the lights were higher than the rent. After being there for 7 years, 4 months pregnant, me and my dad, no resources for me because everything is based on gross income.
Yeah.
Shit is sad. Which is so true. Everything is based on gross income, but the amount that you get from that gross income that you actually paid is dramatically less because they take out taxes, health insurance, all that stuff.
Social Security.
And
Yes.
a lot of slumlords throw you a curveball like, okay, you got $700 rent, but you got them baseboard heaters right there.
Right.
Them baseboard heaters, and you got to keep them on. You got to keep the baseboard heaters on and buy kerosene. Next thing you know, you got $1,000 light bill with a $700 rent.
And the crazy thing about it is people are forced in them situations because they don't have no other options. So it's like, damn, I can afford the 700. I just got to take it on the chin because this is what I can afford. So let me just move in here. And then months down the line, it starts being overwhelming. And now you caught up in a situation. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the life we
live on the week. And those are individuals, not all landlords.
Not all.
But those are just individual landlords. Just like you have the habitual individual, the tenant that's always getting kicked out. It's always calling, borrowing money, and like, damn, girl, again? Like, damn. I know we all know somebody like that. You know what I'm saying?
Girl. So they calling you, bro.
Listen, I'm trying to clean my act up. I love y'all ladies.
You been it a little bit. It's okay, brother. It's okay. Stop calling him, girl.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Yes, yeah. All right. Miss Carla Franklin also says not all whites, Asians, and Hispanics have resources to bounce back. They end up on Skid Row or in the hood. Some of bouncing back is just stopping the behavior and being accountable.
I agree. It's habitual behavior. It's what do you call it? It'll come to me, but you're right.
Dion, what up?
Yes, and Cynthia
Repetitive
Cobb says
behavior, sorry.
embrace modifiers that help break the cycle of generational behaviors. And then Dean Gardner called you Captain Save 'em.
Dion.
Sorry, Dion. Captain Save 'em.
He said save him.
That's your name.
Listen, that's what he just. That's what he just.
That's
what he just said. That's what he just said. That's what he
It's
just
all
said.
good. Thank y'all for y'all comments.
God bless you, brother.
That's right. All right, y'all. It's been a wonderful show. That was it for you, True? All right, I
I
appreciate
had one more
it.
thing I wanted to say just to add into like the final thoughts or whatever. But I do want to just say I think that a lot of this starts with financial literacy, right? Teaching people how to do right with their money and how to use their money, get your paycheck, pay your bills first type mentality.
Absolutely.
I also think some of it comes, well, a lot of it comes from our government, right? Minimum wage should not be $7.25 when rent is $1,000 for like a 1-bedroom. I think that's insane. And I also think that it's crazy that North Carolina does not have a rent cap. They can charge you as much rent as they want to. They can go up as high as they want to.
I agree.
And all of those play in factors of homelessness.
And people are making those decisions.
Yes.
People that get
clearly,
voted in are making those decisions.
Absolutely.
This is why I keep going back to we have to vote, and we have to be mindful of people that we vote in, and then we can't complain when we don't vote at all, when people are making about things like this.
Absolutely.
Okay, Doc. Okay.
100%.
He's very passionate about that. I
I'm
agree with
just
you.
saying, because it's a whole
I
group
want to throw
of
my
us.
fist up.
It's a whole group of us that does not vote, and they feel that, and I understand, like, feeling hopelessness, but at the same time, like, we just can't people that make decisions like this to sit in these seats years after years after years after years, and we don't do anything.
I get it, but the macro level of the domino effect still goes to the higher ups because everything went up because of the colonial gas pipe. Okay,
I understand all of that,
yeah.
but the fact that there's no cap,
right.
Somebody made a decision.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? On a state level, people made a decision, and a lot of times these people who are making decisions are in bed with these developers and these landlords.
You're right, bro.
You understand what I'm saying? They're paying, you know what I'm saying, in their their campaigns and things like that. They're in bed with them. So what I'm saying is we have to figure out how can we fight, and then fight that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
get our power
voting
back.
is one of the ways. Like, I haven't seen any other way.
Right.
Like, we got to get those people out the way.
Got to get them out the way.
You know what I'm saying? So
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Vote.
Good stuff, Chewy. Good stuff, Doc. Good stuff, Neat.
Okay.
Good stuff, Will. Thank you to the livest audience in the city. Give it up for yourselves for another amazing episode. That's right. We hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Homelessness and Mental Health, how it coincides in our community, man. It's a beautiful thing. I want to give it up for my brother Dominique for leading this episode. Beautiful job, my brother. Beautiful job. Thank you. So we talked about it, we concluded, and we gave our final thoughts. Anything y'all want to leave for the people to motivate them through the week? Anything you want to?
Yes, sir.
Touch on with?
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for just thank you for just being great kings, man.
Sure.
Like, this show consists of enlightenment, excitement, and entertainment. This wasn't excited, it wasn't entertainment, but it was definitely enlightened.
Yeah.
And hopefully somebody can take something with this and move forward.
That's right. And don't forget to vote for us. We podcast of the
Yes,
year.
sir.
So make sure y'all vote. And shout out to Thankful Thursday News. Coco C, I think, is in that category.
Yes, sir.
Too.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Don't Piss Me Off podcast. Thankful Thursday News, Conversations That Matter. I'm not sure about nobody else. You got a nomination too. I see your little picture. I see your little booed up.
Keep a nomination.
Yeah.
What you got for this year?
What, Power Couple?
Oh, you Power Couple? Okay, yeah, that's what's up. Shout out.
And then Establishing Safe Cultures, nonprofit.
Oh, nonprofit.
That's all of us.
So shout out to Establishing Safe Cultures being awarded nominee for Best Nonprofit, Power Couple, Dr. Jean Blackman, and my sister Keidrin Blackman.
Yes.
Yeah. Got to put Elijah in there too. And the princess, your birthday today. Happy birthday, sis.
Yeah.
Shout out one more time.
Asia Trump is my daughter, 28.
That's right.
28.
Oh yeah. And happy birthday to Dante Donnell as well. So make sure y'all go out and vote. I think voting starts November 1st. No, for the Go to Wars. I'm sorry, hold on.
Oh, my bad. November 1st. Yeah, I think it's November 1st.
We know both came up out of our seat like, hold on. But I think voting for the Go to Wars. For the Go to Wars. For the Go to Wars, it starts the 1st. So make sure y'all go out there. I am nominated for Philanthropist of the Year. This is my first time for that. Following my mentor steps. I definitely appreciate all the guidance and teachings and education of that too, man. Because I never think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like the title, like award-winning philanthropist.
Yes.
That's a
Yeah, that's my
deep.
yeah. That's
You know what I
deep.
mean? So I had to embrace that. I ain't realize what it was.
Embrace it,
But I had
brother.
to embrace it. Yeah.
Embrace it,
So make
brother.
sure y'all go out and vote, man. But shout out to all the nominees. I don't know all the. I think Wendy Armstrong nominated. There's a
Shout
lot
out
of
to
people
Wendy.
nominated. Shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to all the nominees. Shout out to Tia Henderson and Miss Iris Spencer, baby. You know, the ones that's putting everything together for the Gold Awards. It's gonna be a beautiful night. And yes, Not Your Average Podcast will be on the red carpet putting it down. Last year we gave y'all, I think we had 16, 17,000 views from the red carpet last time. So people depend on us to bring them that content, man. So we gonna make sure we do a wonderful job, and we gonna put on for the city that day. We setting that red carpet on fire. So y'all get ready for the Gold Awards. But make sure y'all vote. Tia Henderson and Dr. Iris Spencer will be putting out more information about the Gold Awards. But make sure you vote. Conversations That Matter, Thankful Thursday News, Power Couple of the Year, Dr. Gene Blackman, Keydren Blackman, Philanthropist of the Year, William Hussey, and so on and so on. Just go out and vote for your people, man, and make sure you supporting the community at the Gold Awards. And also, I'll let Doc handle this with the election also.
Yeah, tomorrow tune into our show.
Chill.
Something we should know. It's motivation, is election and voters information. We want to enlighten, inspire, and make sure you know what's going on concerning the local election.
That's right. That's right.
7 o'clock.
Got anything?
Fitness and Fellowship, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Vote for Richard Beard.
Nigga.
Oh.
I vote for Richard Beard. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in. But then make sure y'all join us 9 to 10 a.m. every Sunday in Hampton Homes at Susman Street Park Fitness and Fellowship. October 30th, we got the Trunk or Treat, Susman Street going down. It's open to the public. Make sure you come out. And also November 1st.
Now, I know you ain't seen Richard Beard in Claremont or on Phillips Avenue, bro. I know you haven't, man.
He was knocking on doors.
Came to my job.
Oh, man.
He came to the job.
I know he came to the job.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to Richard.
No, sir.
But yeah, make sure November 1st is going down. Calisthenic Battle and Community Fitness Day at Susman Street as well. That's 2 to 5. The October 30th event, Trunk or Treat, Susman Street is going down from 6:30 to 8:30. Shout out to everybody coming on board. I'm shouting out the ladies, man. They've been showing up and showing out. We have up to about 30 cars out there, man. It's a beautiful
amazing workout today, bro.
Oh yeah, Fitness and Fellowship.
Yes.
But we have 30 cars out there for Trunk or Treat. We had a movie screen. We had a DJ, popcorn, unlimited candy, cupcakes, man, face paint, all types of stuff we putting on for the city. So make sure y'all ain't gotta go to Starmount no more. Come to Hampton Homes. We got you covered. Yeah, Hussey.
Hey man, come to Hussey Park.
We got you covered. Yeah, facts. Yeah, and we doing so much big things, man. We about to come on that north too. So y'all stay tuned. We can't talk too much about it, but we got big things coming all around the board, man. So it's a beautiful thing. But we'll catch y'all next week, same time, same place. I'm your main man, William Hussey 365.
I'm Big 22, Dominique Davis.
Gene Blackman.
And we'll see y'all next week on Conversations That Matter. True Monroe, y'all.
Yeah,
Give it up for. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week. And it's just like,
yeah, we good, baby. We good. Yeah, we good. Oh yeah. Let's leave on a high note. I was trying to